What's up, YouTubers? Welcome to another exciting episode of The Commerce of Comics. For this episode, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the books that I picked up in early November 2020, as well as some older books that I was able to pick up at a con that Chris and I went to on Long Island earlier this month. And by con, of course, I mean sale out of storage space. So enjoy. First up, we have Thor #1 from Volume 4 from 2014. Now, this has been on my list for a while now, ever since they announced the new movie coming out, Thor: Love and Thunder, with Natalie Portman reprising the role of Jane Foster. So this is something that I wanted to pick up definitely before the movie comes out. It's the first appearance of Jane Foster as Thor, and she transforms into Thor after picking up Mjolnir on the final page. Next up, we have Ultimate Spider-Man number 98, and this goes back quite a bit. I actually was really into this Ultimate Spider-Man run back in 2000 when it launched. Had collected probably the first 20-something issues. I stopped right before issue 33, which was the first appearance of Ultimate Venom. But this book, number 98, is important because it is the first appearance of Spider-Woman, the Ultimate Universe version of Jessica Drew, and she later becomes Black Widow in all new Ultimates #1. So this is a key collector issue, and actually the last issue of Ultimate Spider-Man that's on the key collector list. Our third issue is Iron Man #2 from volume #6. That started earlier this year. Now, issue #3 actually is just coming out, but I've liked this run and liked the first issue and gonna stay with it for at least a while, so picked up issue #2. Next, we have Batman White Knight presents Harlequin #1. Now, this was an interesting read. It refers to the Joker as Jack Napier, which some of you probably know was the reference to the Joker in the original Michael Keaton Batman movie when the Joker was portrayed by Jack Nicholson. And that was a deviation from the normal comic lore because the Joker is typically unnamed. So here, though, they named the Joker Jack Napier, and it takes place in an alternate reality where the Joker has died, Batman is behind bars, Harlequin is friends with Batman, and it was an interesting read. Interesting to see where this goes. I know issue 2 will be coming out before too long, which is supposed to be possible first appearance of Starlet, which will be a new serial killer villain in the Batman universe, so we'll see how this goes. Then we have X-Men issue #14, which is overall X of Swords chapter 12 of 22. So again, shameless plug for the earlier episode I did, which was talking about the first half of the X of Swords series. And I'll do another episode recapping the second half, but this is just past the halfway point and haven't had a chance to read this yet, but overall I'm a fan of where this is headed. Next up, we have Crossover #1, and this is published by Image, written by Donny Cates, who everything this guy is writing turns to gold these days. I haven't had a chance to read this yet, but it's being theorized that this is a crossover event between Marvel and DC and Image, so we'll see how this goes. The interesting thing about this is that I got this at the local comic shop. It was the last copy sitting on the shelf, and it just happened to be that this is a secret variant cover. If you look closely at the comic that the boy is holding, it actually shows the face in the picture. And so this is, I guess, not sure how limited run of a number this variant cover was, but it's currently going for upwards to $35, and I was able to get this for cover price. Next we have Web of Venom Empires End. This seems like an interesting read. I am interested to see what this is about. This was listed as one of the keys of the week recently on Key Collector, so decided to pick it up. Next we have Marauders 14, which is X of Swords part 13 of 22. So again, similar to X-Men 14, this is just another chapter in the X of Swords series. Then we have Captain Marvel number 23. This was on Key Collector's Key of the Week app recently. It is the first appearance of Ove, the son of Namor. I guess apparently it is tie into an unresolved storyline from the late 80s in Avengers 293 that ends with the hatching of an offspring between Namor and Marina. And this also is the first appearance of Bridget. Next we have Wolverine Black, White, and Blood number 1. This is a 4-issue limited series that tells untold stories featuring Wolverine by various creators. Yeah, I like this. It was okay. There was a nice little story about Wolverine fighting Hydra years ago. There's another one that takes place in a house where someone's murdered. It was fun, interesting read. And again, like the title suggests, there's minimal colors that are used, so the entire issue is only in black, white, and red print. And I went with the Ron Garney variant. Next we have Batman Adventures number 1. I was able to pick this up at a small warehouse convention, and just really for nostalgia purposes, it was $1. Obviously it's not issue number 12, which is of course the first appearance of Harley Quinn, but still just wanted it for the collection because grew up watching the animated show as a kid, so this one was near and dear to me. Next we have Wolverine number 8 from the original Volume 1 run that started in 1988. This is one of the highest rated books of the original Volume 1 run of Wolverine, and this is the classic art on the cover by John Buscema featuring Wolverine and Hulk in his Joe Fixit persona. So this is obviously a key issue on Key Collector. Then we have SpiderGwen Series 2, issue number 25. Now this is a lenticular cover by Carrie Randolph. I was not familiar with that term, to be honest. Had to look that up, but that is what they call it when the different vinyl or plastic cover is layered over each other to give it that 3D effect. So when you change the direction that you are, the angle that you're holding the cover, it shows it. In one version, it's Spider Gwen being pinned down to the ground by Venom, and when you flip it the other way, it's done as an homage to the famous Spider-Man 316 cover by Todd McFarlane. So there's not too much special about this issue. It's the second appearance of Venom. The first issue would be the issue right before this, number 24. But this was kind of cool cover, so I decided to get it. Found it in a $1 box. Then we have New X-Men number 129. This is the second appearance of Phantom X, who is featured on the cover, and the first cameo appearance of Weapon 12, the origin of the Weapon Plus program, and the first appearance of EVA. So this is on Key Collector as a key issue. Last but not least, we have Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 1, and just like with the previous issue, I found this in a $1 bin, and it's going for upwards to $12 in really good condition, so this was a good find. This isn't the first appearance of Doc Aphra, still trying to get my hands on that. That's Star Wars Darth Vader number 3, but this is a good find. I think Disney Plus said that they're going to be launching a Doc Aphra show coming out either in 2021 or 2022, so trying to scoop this up before it blows up. So that's all for this episode. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe to the channel if this interests you, and of course send me some feedback in the comments below. Would love to hear from you. And until next time, stay safe and stay nerdy.